Welcome back to Hoochos. So today we're going to build a Hügelkultur garden bed from scratch to house some passion fruit that I'm going to put along the back side of my raised garden beds. So first we'll go and collect some wood from the bottom of the property. So I've already set up the support for the passion fruit to grow along. It's using the exact same system that I used to build my dog mesh and wire star picket fence without the dog mesh. So if you want to check out that video, that's how I set up these star pickets. Now at each end of the fence, I'm going to have a passion fruit in one each of my DIY wicking beds, which is in this video. And in the center, I'm going to have a Hügelkultur bed, which is going to be contained within this raised garden bed. So to start with, I'm going to dig into the ground so that I can place the wood in the ground as the base of the Hügelkultur raised garden bed, and then I can build it up from there, since this garden bed isn't as tall as I'd like it to be. This will also give a good catchment for any water that goes into the bed, and the wood will be able to soak it all up, and it will act as a kind of wicking bed itself. So once you've figured out where you want to place it, start digging into the ground about the size of the bed itself, so that you can lay down your logs. So another reason that I'm digging into the ground here is because my ground is actually hard clay, and I don't want the passion fruit to get a shock when it hits just a hard clay bottom. So I'm going to loosen up the soil as well as digging down to put in the logs. You may not have to do this if you've got loamy soil or a higher raised bed where it has a deeper amount of root space. Now I'm going to loosen up the clay underneath, since I've got the hole the size that I want it to be, so that if the roots do get down that far, they don't hit solid clay, they get at least a little bit of a breakup. I'm also going to mix in some gypsum just to break the clay up chemically. So this is just ground breaker, but gypsum works exactly the same way. And we can start laying in our rotten logs. Now I'm just going to lay palm fronds over the top to stop the dirt falling straight through the logs to start with, and to give them time to start rotting and catching all the water. So I'm only using the palm fronds because I've got them. You can use leaf litter, pretty much any garden waste. It just helps that dirt stay in the bed rather than falling straight through immediately. So before I transplant the passion fruit that's gotten too big for its pot, I'm gonna lay some potting mix or garden soil in the bed first, and then we'll put the passion fruit on and fill around it with good fertilizer and potting mix. You really shouldn't use potting mix for a bed, but it's what I've got. So this is the passion fruit plant that we're going to put in the Hügelkultur bed. Am I going to get it out of this pot? Am I just... It's a bit big. No, we'll just fill around it. So now I'm going to level out the ground underneath each of the wicking beds, and we can plant the 2 yellow passion fruit in each end, and then I'll mulch them all, and we'll see how they go. This is just an experiment. I'm not saying that you should do this with your passion fruit plants, but I just want to see how they react to the Hügelkultur method of gardening. And I'll have some update videos for you in the future as to how the plants are progressing. You'll probably see them in the background of other videos before then, though. All right. So the 2 passion fruits that I'm planting at each end are both Inca Gold, and the one in the middle in the Hügelkultur style bed is a Panama Red. So let's throw these ones in. And there you go. That's my video on how to make a Hügelkultur style bed from scratch, as well as the start of my wicking bed and Hügelkultur passion fruit experiment. Oh my god, I just broke a thong. Oh, no. You can see how to fix a plugged thong in my other video, but this has actually been fixed before. So I think these ones have just given up the ghost. Like and subscribe for more. Hoochos.